we take a look at the futurecast over the next several hours and into the next several days, again, you can see where the cold front stretches right here, just to the south of this rain snow line is where that cold front's going to be. So that's going to be your marker to watch for. And you can see where all that moisture is going to get pulled up out of the Gulf and pushed up over the top of that cold air mass. Right there in that transition between the rain and the snow, you're going to want to watch for some really significant ice accumulations in there. And then north of that, you're going to have snow, and it's going to be heavy. Texas, Oklahoma, you guys are going to have some snow. The heaviest spots are in the southeast. So as we zoom in on that for a minute, I just wanted to point out a couple things. This yellow, this is a tornado watch. So all across most of Alabama, southern Mississippi, far eastern Louisiana, you guys are going to want to keep an eye on this and watch the weather going on around you as you go through the night tonight. And right here, that is an active tornado warning. So if you are in southeast Alabama, you guys need to pay attention to your local news station, see exactly where the storm is tracking, and get information from them and follow their instructions if they tell you to take cover. And again, just had a fresh tornado warning pop up there. Again, your local news stations will give you better information than I can. You need to tune into them if you're in this area and follow their instructions as far as getting to a safe structure. But even behind it, again, keep an eye out for river flooding, flash flooding. As we go through the next couple of days, there's going to be a lot of that as waters recede, and looking out areas to the east of this, keep an eye out because this rain's coming your way. And taking a look at our futurecast as we watch this storm continue to push off across the rest of the country. As we go into the morning tomorrow, you can see where that line of storms is pushed through Alabama and where it's just getting into the Atlanta area. So Atlanta, you guys there that are commuting to work, keep an eye on this, drive carefully, and keep an eye out for any severe watches and warnings that might pop up. And then as we take a look at the snowfall totals again, Missouri, Illinois, Indiana, you guys are going to get the worst of the snow, but again, pay attention. Oklahoma, Texas, Kansas, you guys are going to get some too. Just because it's not these dark, scary-looking colors doesn't mean it can't cause bad impacts, so something to keep an eye on. Kind of be out of our hair for the weekend, but still, along the Carolina coast, Georgia coast, down into Florida, and up into Virginia and Maryland, keep an eye out for a couple rumbles of thunder. Can't rule out the possibility of an isolated severe storm here or there, so that's something you guys going into Thursday are also going to want to keep an eye on. All right, guys, so taking a look at the week ahead, it's warm. After being really, really cold, right around zero, sub-zero for a lot of the month of January, it's starting to get our warm-up. Could be spring. Those of you who are thinking that, you probably already know the answer. Not so fast. We've got a lot more of winter ahead of us. February and March are both long months. We're looking at the possibility of some precipitation to end the week, and I'll have more on that coming up. Good evening, everybody. As we take a look out across the Memorial Union tonight, really, really nice for this time of year. 35 degrees, calm wind, clear skies. It's going to be a beautiful night out there. As we take a look at temperatures right now across the state, once again, for this time of year, really, really warm. Some of you folks who are watching down south, you might look at these temperatures and think, man, that's cold. But for this time of year, this is some of the warmest stuff I've seen since coming back up here after Christmas break from Atlanta. But 35 in Ames, the further out west you get, the warmer it gets. And then as you get further up to the northeast side of the state, it gets a little cooler, but still, whole state's above freezing. Can't complain. And as we take a look at the wind speed right now, calm in Ames, calm in Fort Dodge. It gets a little windier as you get up into the northwest part of the state up there. But really, across the board, winds aren't too bad. Got a nice westerly flow, can't complain. And as you take a look at the satellite and radar right now, we've got a few passing clouds. You might get an occasional shower or sprinkle, maybe a flurry here or there, but overall, not too bad for tonight. And then as we take a look at the skycast for tonight, it's going to be 29 degrees, way above average from where we should be at this time of year. Clear skies and a light wind out of the northwest. It's going to be a great night if you're into late night runs or just going out for a walk. It'll be a great night for that. And as we take a look at tomorrow, it's still going to be great. It's going to be a little breezy with a southwest wind at 10 to 20 miles an hour, but it's going to be ushering in some warm air. We're going to hit 40, possibly, and it's going to be a bright, sunny sky. And taking a look at where we are tomorrow compared to where we should be for this time of year, we're going to be starting out almost at freezing at 8 a.m., and we're going to get above there for the middle of the day. And really, as we get into the evening, the temperature's not going to drop too much. So if you like to go out for runs and you've been missing going outside to do your runs instead of staying on the treadmill, tomorrow's going to be a great day for it. We're going to be about 10 degrees above average. It's going to be a beautiful day. And as we look at the forecast lows across the state tonight, really, some areas are going to struggle to fall below the freezing line. Areas on the far eastern and northern side of the state where you still have a snowpack there, you'll probably get down below freezing. But as you look out further to the south and west, out in Council Bluffs, low of 34, Sioux City, 32, it's going to be nice and mild tonight, all things considered. And then taking a look at the forecast highs for tomorrow, Snow, it's got this funny little way of reflecting all that sunlight that's hitting the ground. It sends it back up into the sky because it's white. Its light color's got a high albedo. So you're going to see right in here is where that snowpack line is. Right along there where that, those darker or those lighter shades of blue are, that's that colder air. The snowpack's there on the ground keeping it cooler. But as you get down towards Council Bluffs and again out to Sioux City, it's going to be warm. Some areas might hit 50 tomorrow. It's going to be a beautiful day. Even in areas where there is snow, it's going to be a great day. As we take a look at the futurecast for going into Wednesday morning, some passing clouds, a couple flurries here and there. As we go through the day Wednesday, passing clouds, some sun mixing in there at times. But then as we get into Thursday evening, you're going to see that Clipper system come through, and it's going to bring a little bit of rain, maybe a little bit of snow. It won't be a downpour, won't be a blizzard. Might be enough to wet the pavement or, just kind of be an annoyance here or there. But then as we get into Friday at 11, clouds, showers, sprinkles, nothing too bad. And then taking a look ahead to Valentine's Day, for those of you who might have a loved one out there, if you want to go spend the day with them, going to be 39 degrees, bright and sunny, going to be a beautiful day. And then taking a look at the week ahead, tomorrow it's going to be breezy, all things considered, but again, pretty warm. And really, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, we're going to be above freezing. Look at that low Thursday night. We're not even going to hit freezing. So that snowpack that's out there, it's probably going to melt as we get towards the end of the week. We might have a little bit of precipitation towards the latter part of the week. Could be rain, could be snow. It's going to depend on the temperature. But then as we get into the weekend, it's going to kind of be up and down with the temperatures. But all in all, not too bad for this time of year.
Be very, very good conditions for severe weather, right, AJ?
Absolutely. For severe, in the springtime, when you get those supercells that pop up, a lot of times they require that wind shear. It helps kind of push the storm off of itself in a way, because a lot of times during the middle of summer when there's not wind shear, storms will build up, but then they suck up all the warm air around them. There's no more warm air to fuel that storm, and it just crashes. That wind shear kind of pushes the storm off to the side a little bit, and it gets it moving in a direction.
During the polar vortex, I experienced that minus 67 wind chill.
Ooh.
It was fun.
Yeah, I mean, being from Georgia, I haven't had quite the same experience as the 67 below, but I can specifically remember my favorite wind chill story. I was sitting in a deer stand one day, 19 degrees, but it was calm wind. It really was a pleasant sit, and then about 2 weeks later, I was in another stand. It was about 40 degrees, and I had a 40-mile-an-hour wind in my face, and I was miserable the entire night. It's amazing what that wind can do.